an energy reading for the seeker and the questioner together this time. And I haven't read you in a while, so this will be fun. Here we go. I have your questions over here, and I have all three pictures here, and for some reason I'm starting with the questioner's picture. That was the one I felt. And so I'm going to go ahead and say these crystals that I have here. What I ended up doing was I ended up pulling some for the questioner. Wow. Oh, I just realized I pulled 3 for the questioner and 3 for the seeker. And then actually I have 4 here for the 2 of you, but actually kind of 3 actually, because one of them is like a pair. It's supposed to go together. So 3, 3, and 3 accidentally. But I'm sure your guides knew what they were doing. It wasn't an accident, right? Okay, so this is my geode. So this is really a lot of earth energies I always feel with geodes. And then I have this amber here and the Shattuckite. And the Shattuckite is all about clairvoyance, psychic energies, awakening, and that kind of stuff. So that might have to do with the question that you had. Amber, I am not really sure what that's about. I know there's a lot of fire energy with amber, so things like passion, intelligence, things that move quickly. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and say the ones that I pulled for the 2 of you together. This is Fuchsite. It's green stone. Looks really, really metallic. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera. That is all about nature and healing, among other things. This is, I think, a moonstone. And then these are the 2 that I bought together. And I couldn't remember what these were called, and all of a sudden it popped into my head. The moonstone popped into my head too, for this reading specifically. So I guess you guys are supposed to know what types of stones I'm using, because I don't normally remember the names. Normally I have forgotten these, but this is a garnet. I remembered when I pulled it out for your reading. I was like, this is a garnet. That's what these are. And I literally, for months, I haven't known what type of crystal this was anymore. Okay, so then I'll go ahead and no, I'll wait. I'll wait till I pull up the seeker's picture to say what his crystals are. So you gotta wait. Okay. All right. So all right. So let's go down to question number 3. I already surrounded you guys in the light and myself in the light. Because it took me a little longer because I had 3 pictures, so I just went ahead and did it before we started the reading. Okay, so for the questioner, I have a female energy coming up, female guide coming up. Before you had like a group. I keep seeing these waves, the water. So that's something that I'm pretty sure was coming up before, yeah, the like Avalon guides or something. So it was like a group, but right now I have one specifically coming up. She feels like, well, she feels really, really, really big, like an ocean or like a huge wave. She's coming in with very, very big energy like this. But at the same time, she has a smaller form. That's just the energy that she's coming in with. So she has this, like, on the one hand, she has a kind of sweet energy, but then on the other hand, she's coming in with very, very large energy for me. So you might not always sense her that way, but that's what she's coming in with right now during the reading. And there's this, why does it feel like, I don't know, her energy feels like somebody sleeping, um, like asleep. This may be her referring to the subconscious. Or, no, no, it has nothing to do with that. I feel like a lot of it is like this, relax. That's what it feels like. Feels almost like she's saying relax, and she's coming in with a very relaxed energy. And specifically that she doesn't want you to worry so much. She doesn't want you to worry about things. She wants you to relax and to let go. She has very kind of a soft, like kind of a like an easygoing kind of energy. Like a rolling wave. That's what her energy feels like. And she's coming in with these dolphin sounds. It almost sounds like a laugh, like when a dolphin makes those clickety sounds under the water. So she kind of sounds like laughing. So I do feel this person as like a mermaid. She is a mer person. Now I'm feeling that. At first she was just coming in so large, it was hard to kind of pinpoint what she was. So this is like a fairy type, but specifically it's a mer person. And then you have so vividly coming in a crow. Okay, so I'm supposed to look up garnet, the meaning, and then I'm supposed to look up crow, the meaning. They want me to do that. I had a feeling I was going to look up some of these crystal meanings. Okay, garnet is a stone of regeneration and energizing. Garnet can boost the energy of an entire system and revitalize it. It is said to be stabilizing in that it can bring order to chaos, whether internal or external. So that actually makes sense because that's kind of what your guide is saying. She's talking about Relaxing. So exactly like a stable energy versus a chaotic energy. Some of this, though, I almost feel like is even physical, like stress on your body, even like you need to relax more. She wants you to do relaxing things. So less stress on your physical body, less stress on your mind, less stress on your emotions. But this I'm also feeling, this is for the seeker also a little bit, this part. She's saying, uh, don't strain so much. Don't try so hard. Okay, and then down, oh no, I should read this also. So here it's saying garnet has been used to, it's protective stone, which is especially known for protection from evil during travel, from nightmares, and from wounds, from physical wounds. It's used to release bad karma, and it's considered a form of protection. But in this lifetime, it's saying, in the present lifetime, it's used, okay, blah, blah, blah. And also it says it is a root chakra stone. And that's kind of interesting also because when I was casting the sacred space, I was using a root chakra meditation music. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make a note of this page here. Then I can send you guys this. All right. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. There's a different meaning. This one. Okay, let's see. Crows are adaptive, intelligent, and abundant. They're found pretty much everywhere in all kinds of habitats. They're also very social. We use the phrase "as the crow flies" to describe a direct path, a reference to the crow's ability to go anywhere and do anything. I feel like part of what she is saying is that there are a lot of things changing for you mentally and emotionally, but she's specifically saying physically too. There are a lot of changes happening in your life right now, changes that you are making. And yeah, she's saying that this has to do with changes in your beliefs and your lifestyle. But she's saying what's important is your adaptability, like this crow is saying. So again, this means being stable, being relaxed, and being carefree, not being so stressed about doing things wrong or doing things right. But she's saying that some of this, some of this you get from your brother. Some of this is rubbed off on you from your brother. So she's saying that you both need to relax. Sit together and do relaxing things. She's saying to meditate, but meditate to relax. Don't meditate all the time to like improve on things. Or even to connect with your guides and stuff. Some of this is for the seeker. but it's both of you. Meditate just to clear your own head and to actually get into a relaxed space, because she's saying that this is going to put you in the right energy to kind of create your own bubble. She's saying of protection around yourselves, and then your awareness will increase because you almost like you can handle more negativity around you. You can handle being aware of more negativity and positivity. But mostly right now, when you're becoming aware, in the environment that you're in, she's saying that you are going to become aware of all kinds of negativity. You're going to be seeing a lot of negativity in the people around you, and she means like the immediate family, and these people right around you, family group, and people near you, but in like a physical way, people physically close to you. And you're going to pick up on a lot of worries and a lot of stress because you're becoming more open, you're becoming more aware. And this is both of you, not just the seeker. She's saying, as far as the questioner, you are becoming more aware. You are awakening, but she's also saying that you're awakening at your own pace. So again, she's saying to relax and not stress, because she's saying that part of the reason you're closing off is because you need to stop. It's it's funny because she sent me this energy like you need to stop. And then there's this, because I'm in this page about the meaning of crows, and there's this ad on the screen that says you can stop it. Some like drunk driver ad or something. It's saying you can stop it. Okay. So yeah, she's saying stop, take a breath, relax. And that's going to open you up more. And so they are speaking to you. So this is question I think 2. Yeah. So they are speaking to you, your guides. Mainly this one. I really feel this one. I feel like there's a male guide too, though. I do. I mean, you did have a group for you that came in. But this is, this one especially, this feels like your primary guide to me. This female energy. But there is a male energy there too. He isn't coming forward right now, but you may have felt him, or the seeker may have felt him. But this is the one who is primarily talking. So she's just saying that all these things, because of your awareness, all of these things are naturally unfolding for you. You know, your life is just kind of opening, unfolding, and she's showing me like flowers, like petals on a flower. It's opening, it's unfurling. So she's saying that you have to allow that. If you push and you try, then it's just going to be chaotic. It's just going to be this nightmare. It's going to be this mess. And then you're going to bring things out of people that follow suit with that. They're going to be chaotic. They're going to be stressed. Whereas if you relax and you really get calm and in your own space, again, I feel like this is both of you, but if you relax and you really get calm and in your own space, and even in your own time, so again, not rushing. I feel like there's a lot of rushing energies around you. Like there are people or someone who it's like a physical rushing, like do this, do this, do this, do this, do this now. A feeling like that, like constantly doing, and from like other people's commands, not things that you are just relaxing and doing yourselves because you want to do them, because you feel to do them then. So some of that I feel like you have to put a stop to. Um, you can be in your own presence and you can say what you want to do. Um, and it doesn't have to be this fight or this uproar, you know. You can simply express yourself, like say what you want. No, I'm going to do this now, and that's okay. And if somebody is getting into an uproar about it, you can be completely in your own space. They're actually reminding me of something that Wolf used to say, and still does occasionally, but he has told me this before. Um, Way back when he was getting more into this, getting more into his own state. Um, his mom, a lot of the time, she gets very stressed, and his mom would start yelling and things, and really screaming sometimes. And he would basically just stand there, and he would look at her, but at the same time, he would just totally ignore it. He would feel completely back here in his own space, and it was like it was not affecting him at all. And then that would affect her more, and she would go kind of nuts because he is being so quiet, and so calm. And she wanted him to get upset. Sometimes that's what these energies are for. It's like they want you to blow up too. They want you to match them. So she's saying you don't have to do that though. You can be calm, you can be cool, you can be still in your own space, but she's saying that you have to learn to acquire that stillness, and that means going within. But she's saying again, not in a stressful way, in an effort to simply, she doesn't like the word effort though. She said that purposefully, but actually so that she could correct the word. She doesn't like the word effort right now. No effort, effortlessly, so that you can just kind of slip into yourselves just like a wave. You're slipping into yourselves, and it's just carefree. So don't meditate to meditate, like I'm learning to meditate. I'm going to do this. I'm going to clear my mind. It's like, so that's not what she wants you to do. She wants you to learn to breathe and relax. And then you'll get these messages as they're coming in. This really does feel like waves. That's the energy that this feels like. It feels like when the wind is blowing the waves. It feels exactly like that. It feels like beach energy. And she's just showing me this image of the wave going back and the wave coming forth. And there is this kind of dream-like energy that she has, and that this group of guides around you has. So she's saying that these external voices will simmer down when you learn to interact with yourself more and hear them less. So your voice will get louder, but that happens as you relax, not as you push and attempt to force things till you puke. And I know some of that has to be for the seeker too, because, oh my gosh, why am I forcing myself? You even used that word. Some of that is definitely for the seeker's question, question 4. You even used that exact word. Okay. Okay, so I'm supposed to look this Fuchs site up now. All right, so let's see what Fuchs site is about. Okay, so I feel like this is more for the seeker, but this is still, right, yeah. This is still the questioner's guides talking, but I just feel like both just, you know, like the questioner's guides can, both of your guides can speak for both of you because you're together all the time. Your guides know what's happening with both of you, and clearly your guides are working together as well. Okay, so let's see here. But this is specifically saying it is known as the healer's stone, as it is particularly good for healers, especially those who regularly try to save others from themselves, when it might be better to let the person to take responsibility for their own health concerns. Okay, so specifically health concerns, it's saying. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I talked to this a little bit before. I talked about this with the seeker before slightly, but here it is coming up again in this reading. Okay, so those around you have their own path, and it isn't yours. It doesn't mean that they aren't learning. It means they're learning in their way, and maybe they're learning through blocks. Maybe they're learning through blocks that they will never get rid of in this lifetime. Maybe you are acquiring knowledge that they just can't possess yet, and your guide is saying, and shouldn't possess yet, shouldn't be aware of yet. Maybe they really don't need this information now. Really, they are younger souls than you, and they're learning what they have the ability to learn now, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make them beneath you, doesn't make them above you. It just makes them younger than you, simply put. And in some cases, I mean, there are probably some, yeah, I don't feel like all of them are older than you, but in some cases, some of the people she's referring to seem older than you, like physically they are older than you, but really they're still younger than you. Like in the Crystal Child channeling on our channel. On our YouTube channel. That channeling talks about physical age, and that you are not your physical age that you appear to be. So these people around you, you know, um, it doesn't matter what they think. They're on their path and you're on yours and it's different. And what I'm getting from your guide is that it needs to be. Like they value their differences and you value your differences, and you're never going to see eye to eye ever. And it will create this chaotic mess, this chaotic energy, which is actually what she wants to release you from. And then it will release you from the situation. If you're pushing and fighting against it, this toxic energy is going to build and build and build and just overwhelm you and overcome you, she's saying. So you have to relax. I don't know. I don't know why she's showing me like a joint, like weed. Oh my God. Like, like this feeling, like just get high, like I'm assuming spiritually. I think she's joking. I have a feeling like I don't know, like this is her like weird sense of humor. This is her joking. But this kind of spiritual high, like, okay, because she's saying like, okay, when someone smokes weed, it's like literally you can do anything around them. Like a huge like boulder can fall next to them and make a really loud noise, and they'll just be like, that doesn't affect me. They're so they're so stoned. She's saying stones too, and she's making a joke with that too because I have all these stones laying around me. So she's like saying this pun. Okay, she has a kind of, I don't know, like she feels very earthy. She has this almost, I want to say nonchalant, kind of relaxed energy, like almost kind of like somebody on weed, kind of. She's just very like easy going and like chill, like this. So she's saying to just be spiritually like at ease, like spiritually high, where lower things don't affect you. And and she's saying, she's God, I can't believe I have to repeat this. She's saying get stoned, but she again, she's meaning like actual stones, like buy some, put them around you, because again, this is going to give you this high feeling, this relaxed feeling. So I don't really feel like she's talking about an actual drug here, okay, but she's speaking about distancing from these chaotic energies around you and doing what you can to put yourself in a relaxed state. I'm seeing like aromatherapy too. She's showing me. It looks like yeah, like the oils people buy, and you can like dab it on your wrist and stuff, and then you smell it, and the scent gives you like a feeling of calm, or it can give different things like peace or joy, or people even do things like they buy drops like flower essences, they put it in like tea or like a liquid and they drink it, and those are like to release anger or this or that. So those are different types of things that can be tried um, as you are able to do that, as you feel to do that. But anything that can just get you guys to just really Just be more relaxed and in a natural way. Like, so not using anything. She's saying that that was a joke. She's using that as an example that like high feeling, that's what she wants you to have. So she's using that as a joke. She's not meaning actually go out and, buy some weed necessarily, okay? But she's saying, like, detach from these other vibrations around you and just get, like, in a chilled space, like a chill zone. And just be comfortable. Just be relaxed. Be chill. God. This is such a different energy from the Seeker's Guide. She's more like bubbly and like, oh, I love you, and this kind of energy. This is like this like chill, like cool. God. Okay, so what else? Okay, so a lot of that was for both of you, for sure. But here we go. I'm bringing up the Seeker's picture. All right, so I feel a second guide coming up. All right, so I'll go ahead and I will show you your three crystals. So first you have the amethyst. So this has to do with protection. It has to do with psychic abilities, dream time, and cleansing as well. It can have to do with, but also protection. I don't know if I said that one, but protection too. This is a blue stone. um, a blue stone, okay? And it might be blue quartz, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't even buy this myself. I think this was Wolf's, and he never keeps track of that stuff. He doesn't know what his crystals are. I have a hard enough time with it myself. And I'm really into crystals. This might be a blue quartz though. But anyway, this has to do with higher energies coming through. That's what I always feel from this stone. It's very light, angelic, extraterrestrial, starseed kind of feeling. Crystal energies. All right, and this is a zoisite. Zoisite? Zoisite, I think it's called. All right. Okay, so I'll leave yours up here. Okay, so I'm going to look up amethyst. I'm not looking up all of them, but I'm just looking up the ones that I'm feeling. Now, obviously, I gave you the meaning already, and I know the meaning. I know some of the meaning, but when you get on these sites, they're set in different ways, and so this is more almost like a totem. It's like they want me to look it up because the different crystals have a message to bring through. All right, so here we go. Amethyst is a meditative and calming stone, which works in the emotional, spiritual, and physical planes. There's that physical as well, so to not be stressed physically either. But all of these areas, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical planes, to provide calm, balance, patience, and peace. All right, I'm going to keep going. Amethyst is used as beneficial when dealing with money issues, which can lead to prosperity and abundance. Though it is not the best known prosperity stone. Okay, but this is, like I was saying, this is a message here. Okay. In the psychic and spiritual realms, amethyst is an excellent all-purpose stone. Oh, I didn't know that. That makes sense. That can increase spirituality and enhance intuition and psychic powers of all kinds. Okay, well, one thing that your guide is saying, and this is still also the other guide, the chill guide, the beach guide. What was I saying? I just completely blanked out. What was he saying? I do not know. I have no idea what I was about to say. I guess I wasn't supposed to say that. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna just totally go into another dimension in the middle of the reading. This is still the questioner's guide. Okay. Amethyst is not only a psychic protection stone, but is also used to protect one from thieves and protects travelers. It does, let me see. Okay, amethyst, okay, it's an excellent all-purpose stone that can increase spirituality and enhance intuition and psychic powers of all kinds. It does this by making a clear connection between the earth plane and other planes and worlds. Oh, okay, I remember what your guide was saying before that wave of energy hit me. Okay, so you can have these tools around you that help enhance your abilities without having to push and push and push till you are sick, till you make yourself drop. And she's saying not that you would get sick, but stressed. I I feel this energy from your guide. This is to the seeker, especially, or maybe even only, but I feel this energy from your guide and your brother's guide too. Like she's coming up to you, there's like sweat on your forehead, and she's taking this damp cloth and she's like putting it on your forehead, wiping off the sweat, almost like keeping you from getting a fever. She's putting like a thermometer in your mouth. So she doesn't want you to get sick, but I feel like she's protecting you from getting sick. But she's giving you this message to stop stressing out and especially stop taking on other people's stress. She's saying that you don't know how sensitive you are or how much stress from other people you're absorbing, and you keep taking it and thinking that it's yours. And really, it's not yours. And when you're doing this, when you are absorbing all these different kinds of stresses and energies from your environment around you and taking it into yourself and then agreeing with it, identifying with it, like this is mine, or even this is my block. So she's saying some of these blocks aren't yours. Okay, she's also saying a lot of times when you're looking at these thought forms and stuff, you're going to them like to clear them from yourself, but sometimes they aren't yours. Like she's saying, a lot of times these are parents and, different thought forms like this. And she's saying that you're so like thought forms from other people like this. And so she's saying that you 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 can't clear those. Um, they're not yours, and so they can clear them, but you can't, especially someone like that who is just so severely closed off to even the idea of thought forms. They're not going to let you clear them on a subconscious level. They have to do it themselves. They are not probably not going to at this point. Maybe they will, maybe they are clearing their own stuff and you're just not aware of it, or maybe they're doing it in their own way and in their own time, and so you have to be patient. But either way, that isn't your thing to handle, and you're taking on a lot of blocks and a lot of things that aren't yours. So you need to step back from this mission of trying to save everyone else. So this was the Fuchs site message as well, which I was feeling like was especially for you specifically, um, even more so. Okay, so I'm supposed to look up moonstone now. Okay, so moonstone meaning. Okay, I'm going to go to a different one. Okay, here we go. Oh, geez, again. Moonstone is said in crystal healing to help calm responses and stress and avoid overreaction. Okay, so again, so your guide your guide loves giving you homework, seeker. She loves giving you homework. So she's saying your homework is to not overreact. No matter what anybody says or what anybody does around you, no matter how it makes you feel, it isn't your feeling anyway. It's just a thought form. It might be your thought form, but it might actually be, someone else's thought form that you're thinking is yours, that you're feeling, and it's not even on your end. So your homework is to work on never being affected in a negative way by anyone around you. And I feel like don't even be affected in a positive way, like overly so, like almost like someone else is giving you your positivity. But this is coming in pretty strongly. Do not react to people. And that is your homework, to really work on not being affected by others around you, to work on getting still, getting calm, and not overreacting. to just be at peace in yourself and to not let yourself go into like an argumentative vibration, and don't embrace that, because this is this energy, all around you, and it really has nothing to do with you. Like, it seems like it's yours, or it seems like it's affecting you, but really it's your choice what's going to affect you and what can't affect you. So again, they're saying that you can use crystals, you can, use like they were saying, like smells, you can use sounds like meditation music, So there are tools that can help you to relax and stay in your own space, and also you can figure out what some of those are. But that's really the main message of this reading. Okay, there's a little bit more that I should read about Moonstone here. Okay, so it's saying, wait, no, I should go to another page. Okay. All right. The most commonly known moonstone meaning is that it is perhaps the strongest gemstone available to help bring out psychic abilities. Okay, so again, it's like I feel like she's really stressing to you. You don't have to stress. You can use a tool. Other things can kind of push for you. Other things can help bring out this push. But what you have is there naturally. And this isn't only about your psychic abilities. She's saying that in general you tend to push and try really, really hard. But she's saying that again, this is an overreaction. It's just not to a person. It's just like to your life in general, or to yourself even, or to what you think about yourself. So to what thought forms are saying to you about yourself. So to just be comfortable with who you are and where you're at right now. And she's saying that that is your homework too. Okay, so our time is almost up here. Okay, there's one more I'm gonna look up. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking up the blue quartz, and at least maybe this is a blue quartz, but we'll pretend it is. Okay, so blue quartz enhances organizational abilities, self-discipline, and orderliness by balancing the throat chakra, and enhancing communication between upper and lower chakras. So one thing she's saying is that almost like your throat gets stressed. Later on, I almost feel like she's even saying this could almost develop into like laryngitis or some kind of like, tonsil swelling or like a cold, like like a cold where your throat gets sore and you have problems with your throat. So things like this can develop into physical things, but I feel like she's been protecting you from that, and she is protecting you from that. And one of the reason it blah blah one of the reasons is that it would really affect your situation. If you were to get sick, and she doesn't want that for you. Like this would put a lot more negative attention on you and just drive a whole lot more energies onto yourself, and she wants you to clear those. But again, she's saying you release them by relaxing, not by trying to push them out of yourself or attempting to clear them. Just by breathing and relaxing. She's kind of saying the same type of thing as your brother's guide was. So obviously you two are very connected. Okay, so she wants to get to that a little bit. Okay, but she doesn't want to finish this. So, okay, blue quartz helps improve one's communication skills, communicating with others, da da da. So again, this has to do with communication with others, not overreacting, because this can actually send stress into your throat chakra, even your ears. When you hear what they're saying and you agree with it to the point that you overreact and say something back in a way that is also like a violent energy, or like an argumentative energy. She says I'm doing a good job. Okay, good. Okay, so she does want to get to the question about your mission together, and pretty quickly, because we only have a couple of minutes left. But I'm gonna look up zoisite real quick. So this says zoisite is a stone that brings and enhances trust in the universe and trust in the ultimate goodness of life. This brings trust in general as well as releases fears, which can bring a depth of happiness to one's life. It also brings energy and dispels laziness. But you aren't lazy right now. You need to do the opposite. You need to relax. But this top part, this, again, it's the same kind of message, just over and over again in a million different ways. It's like every crystal I chose is about this without me even knowing it was about this. So again, trust in the universe. So this is the kind of message like let go, and kind of fall back into the arms of the universe. Let the universe handle things. Don't feel like you need to take care of everything for yourself. So you are allowing, like the moonstone said, they're reminding me it is all about the feminine energy. That's one thing about moonstone. It's a feminine energy. It's all about the feminine energy, whether you're really a moonstone or you're just standing in for moonstone. I don't know if it's actually moonstone. I really don't remember 100%. But whether it is or isn't, I think it is. But it's all about the feminine. Moonstone is about the feminine energy of allowance. And be yourself, she's saying, and allow others to be themselves because they know what's right for them and you know what's right for you. You know, she's saying you don't like the way your parents and people around you are attempting to imprison you in a certain way of being. So she's saying don't do that to them too. Because they're doing that out of this same energy of I know I'm right and you're wrong and you need to do it my way. You need to do for you what's best for me. My way is best for you as well. So again, she's saying to look at yourself in that too. She's saying you're doing the same thing. Now she's saying now your way might be better. But she's saying but for you, because even if it is generally better, I mean, still for them, it isn't what they need to be learning now. It isn't what they need to be looking at now or moving through now. It isn't their path. And so ultimately, it isn't better for them. Even if it looks from your angle like they should be doing that well, like they should be doing it that way, and that it would be ultimately better for them. It might seem presently from this angle like it would be, but ultimately, the ultimate plan really it isn't because they have to learn it at their own pace to do it right, and it has to come from them. It can't come from you or anyone else. It has to come from their own heart if they're going to do it for real. Okay, so really our time is up, but I'm gonna give her, because I feel like this is a pretty short answer anyway, so I'm gonna give her a minute or two to answer question 1. Seems like they both spend a lot of time on question 4. That also seemed like it had to do with both of you though, not only the seeker. Okay, well, one thing that your guide is saying is that it isn't that uncommon for 2 star seeds to be in the same family together. But she is saying, however, they don't all awaken. So it is a bit more rare to have 2 star seeds in one family that both awaken, because she's saying that not all star seeds awaken. Not all star seeds come to a conscious awareness or a conscious memory of who and what they are, and they continue acting like normal people. And that could have happened for either of you, and it would just be one of you, but it didn't. So now there's two of you together doing this. And she's saying, and that's a good thing, but at the same time, you don't need one another. It doesn't mean you don't do things together and all of that. It doesn't even mean that you don't have a mission together. But at the same time, even without the other, let's say one of you hadn't awakened, even without the other, either of you still would have done what you were meant to do on your own. And so she's saying, so it's still about your own path individually, your own paths individually. Because she's saying that you do have a separate path, you do have separate paths from each other, separate from each other, and also in alignment with each other. So there's like a path that you have together that assists you with these main paths that you have that aren't related. So right now what you're doing might be related, but once the questioner really comes into his energy on his own, he's going to start getting his own things about his mission, which is separate from the seeker's mission in life. Now, again, that doesn't mean that you don't have some things that correlate that you do together. Hi, doggies. Okay, they're going to bark a little bit here. So it doesn't mean that you don't have, some things that you're doing together, but it just means that you really do have, like, they're giving me this energy like fortified, like a fortified separate mission. So they mean like solid, like solidified. So like definite, I'll say definite. You still each have separate missions on your own that you're meant to complete, but yes, you do help one another. And in these beginning stages, of course, you are really helping to lift each other out of things, and you're really helping each other to get on your path. And I do feel like the seeker is a bit more on his, in a sense, than the questioner, but that isn't because the questioner, that isn't because you aren't on your path too. It's just that sometimes finding the path is the person's path at that point. If you haven't found it yet, then that's your path too. Actually finding it. Actually finding your mission in life is its own mission in a sense. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for allowing me to read you both. This has been really fun. I don't normally do a reading for two people at once, so this was pretty cool to have all these guides in here and all of these stones. I have them just laying all around me in 3 piles. So, okay, guys, so thank you. And of course, I hope that this helps you both. Namaste.